Fun.
We just did an amazing class helping the students actually read into their energetic field and specifically scan through their chakras to work out where some of the blocks or energetic imbalances and issues may be manifesting themselves in their life, but you can find it when you search through your 7 chakras. So for example, there were quite a few people who could relate to being shut down in the throat chakra, just times through their life where they were unheard, or they were overlooked, or they had within them feelings of being unimportant, or perhaps they themselves felt like they needed to dim their light in order to be accepted, or they had the sting of rejection through their life, and they had to sort of clear that out so that they could feel like more and more they could move into their truth, the truth of who they really are, and speak that out more and more in their life. Of course, the other big one that came up for a lot of people was the heart chakra, right? Being shut down in the heart because of being hurt in and around unconditional love. So often in life, we can have emotions of overlooked, unimportant, or there can be conditional love placed on us. And the withdrawal of love is sometimes used as a punishment, which can be a really big thing for people to work on. So learning to release that and drop that heart wall makes it a lot easier for a person to be able to move into kindness, empathy, understanding, and get out of the head and to live more from the heart. And certainly at this time on the planet, being able to tune into our heart more is the key to having more happiness, more fulfillment, and being more in that flow state, because we're actually then more in tune with our heart chakra. So each of those 7 chakras can be an indication as to where blocks might lie. And of course, sometimes these blocks then show up in the physical. Of course, the root chakra is a great one for this. Because if you've ever felt like you've needed to control everything in your life, be in a constant state of controlling different aspects of life, perhaps because linked back to as a child, you were out of control. Maybe you moved from one house to another, or in your family environment, it was unsafe. Perhaps there was a lot of fighting going on, a lot of violence, alcohol, disharmony, etc., etc. So as adults, people try to control everything or constantly wish to feel safe, because buried within them are emotions of not feeling safe, so therefore needing to control everything. And by going in and acknowledging the childhood emotions, acknowledging these deep-seated causes, you can better able to release those blocks in the root chakra. And of course, as you release the need to be in control of everything, you can start to relax the mind, move more into the present moment, the flow state. And this is how a person can then actually balance their solar plexus chakra and not to need to be an overachiever, right? Because if you feel like you've got to control everything, often a person then is using their force, their will, their drive to control all these aspects of their life. And that can lead to overwhelm, burnout, and feeling like constantly we're attached to outcomes in order to feel safe, stable, at peace, and like everything is okay. But it starts with the emotion. When the emotion gets cleared out, a person then feels more able to move themselves naturally into a state of calmness in the mind. And that calmness in the mind then leads to being less attached to outcomes and allowing that flow state to move in, allowing the person to be able to be moved by spirit and really feeling a state of more fulfilledness and peace in their life, which is really what we're all looking for. We're looking for peace of mind, more joy, more happiness, and good times in our life. So that old saying, know thyself first, and forgive things that may be seemingly unforgivable, then love thyself, because often we know what our weaknesses and our imperfections are and can be difficult on ourselves. And then once you know thyself and love thyself, you can start to see the infinite creator in everything. See the patterns that are threads in your life playing out and learn to embrace them so that there's more fulfillment.